Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. Okay, so last week we made an official formal announcement in the media of the theatrical release date of our movie Properties of the Gods in 2018. We carried out a spiritual abolition of the Osu Caste system at GOFUNDME, which was very, very successful. So after that, I made an announcement that I was going to make a movie because we were able to lay our hands on very critical information from historical info that I thought the whole world needed to have access to regarding the origins of Osu Caste system. So I felt this was not something you just publish in the media. It's better to put this in a movie form so that everybody will get to understand why not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but why Nnamdi Azikiwe made the statement he made when he addressed the Eastern Assembly, I think it was 1956, regarding Osu Caste system. He was quoted as saying that it is most devilish and uncharitable to brand your fellow human being with the label of inferiority due to some accidents of history. And from that time, people have been wondering, what did he mean by accidents of history? Now, I found history that explained what he meant by the accidents of history. And I decided, you know what, we're going to have to put this in a movie so that people understand what he meant by that. And not only understanding what he meant by that, people will understand the true origin, verifiable true origins of Osu Caste system. This same thing that has divided our people and left us completely fragmented to the point that if nothing is done about it, Igbo people will become the most vulnerable race in all of humanity. And I'm going to explain that to you. But before I tell you about that, let's get back to the issue of the announcement, the media announcement we made. That media announcement was published across almost every social media platform. I published it on my own handles, of course, on different platforms. And one thing that I noticed is our people, my Igbo people, had a very negative, angry reaction to the inclusion of Zakoji on the poster with which we made that announcement. We created just an announcement poster that had me, Chief Peter Doche, and Brother Zakoji on it, okay? You must have seen it. Maybe you haven't, but it was all over the place. And everybody was angry. Why is Zach on this poster? Oh, I'm not going to watch this. Oh, why should you put this man? Why this? Why that? People were really genuinely angry. And it was almost like 90-something% of the responses we got were just people angry that Zach was included. And I had to even respond to say, please, let's forgive Zach. And then I explained that Zach did this movie in 2022 when he had not made his political affiliations public. I said, please don't take it out on the movie. When he made this movie, which was 2022, that was when we shot the movie, he hadn't told anyone he was going to join APC. Okay, and beside that, I was also trying to let my people know that even if Zach had made it known then, we reserve the right to be mad at him that he is identifying with a party that is so naturally wicked. I see APC as one of the most dangerous parties in Africa. I am not alone when I say that I am grossly, terribly disgusted by the APC party. You see, the party scares me to hell. So I understand when people are angry that this guy would identify himself with APC, but let's also understand that this is a grown man. He is an independent man. Let's even say he doesn't see what all of us see, and he decided to go and identify himself with APC. It is in his right to do so. And I cannot reject him for doing that because I don't have the power to reject the blood that connects me with that man. Because blood is thicker than water. Because no matter how bad your siblings become or turn out to be, you can never reject the fact that there's a blood connection between you and your siblings. The fact that your mommy gave birth to 4 and 3 turned out to be criminals, prostitutes, fraudsters, does not mean that they have ceased to be your blood relatives. They still remain. And that code in Igbo culture that says Onulube nwanne agbano, so when you hear the cry or the groaning of your brother or sister, do not run away, run towards. It works for me. It has guided me all my life. It is the reason why I decided to make a movie on Osu Caste, because God opened my eyes many years ago to say that the greatest cankerworm and disaster that has befallen the Igbo nation today is this division of Osu. A division that is so subtle and silent and yet kills more than any other thing that has ever befallen the Igbo nation, creating gaps like gully erosions between people. We're talking about we pushing away millions of our own kind. We scattering them, pushing them away. When people of other tribes are busy gathering, when they see somebody who even looks slightly like them, they grab them and say, this one is our own. You dare to even speak a language that resembles their own. They say, oh, he's our brother and sister. But we have people who are full-blooded Igbo people in our midst, and we are casting them away rather than bringing them close. With what is happening in Nigeria today, with the maniacs and the fanatics that we have in Abuja, who are now on a suicide mission bent on Islamizing the nation, which you know that the Igbo nation is the #1 target. With what they are doing, if they bring war to us, the way we are divided, people from our own midst will be the ones that will sabotage, and we will lose. Because no one wins a war without unity. You must band together. You must have the unity of purpose before you can defeat an enemy. The greatest disservice we've ever done to ourselves is allowing this division to fester. And that's why I believe God created me to come and address this thing. And I am telling you, my beloved, if this thing is not taken head on, Igbo land will always be kicked on the curb of everything that is good. This is why I made that movie. It is not a commercial venture for me. It is a mission to restore what has been broken and stolen in our land. For you who is an Igbo person, do you like the way things are going with our people? Go to Lagos and see how our Igbo billionaires, their first daughters, second daughters, getting married to people from other tribes. That is wealth transfer. You don't know whether those people are part of the ones that we call Osu. Their daughters are not marrying Igbos, they are marrying outside. At that, you see an only child who is a daughter. She marries someone else, not an Igbo. That wealth has been transferred. This is happening on a daily basis. That's why I say we must forgive our brothers, Akoji. No matter what happens. That's why they told me to stop talking about Nnamdi Kanu, which were Menka. I told them, get out. He is my brother. Even if everything you people claim he did, that he did it, he is still my brother, and I will forever fight for him until he comes out. You can't stop it because blood is thicker than water. We must learn to embrace and gather, not to scatter and push away.